Welcome to Lead Talks. I am Dr. Balamurugan. I am expertise in HR as well as economics. Today we are going to talk about a contemporary issue. It is about the contribution of the guest workers to the Indian economy and what the nation contribute to them. So it's a time to think about the guest worker. You people call them as migrant labor. So politely we can call them as guest workers. If you look into their contribution, how much they contribute to the Indian economy, and if you look into the total volume of the migrant workforce in the Indian economy, roughly it comes around 20% of the Indian workforce are migrant laborers. And if you look into their contribution, almost they contribute about 10% to our nation's GDP, which is next to Maharashtra, state Maharashtra, and which is greater than all other states. I mean to say, Maharashtra contributes around some 14.4%. That is what the statistics says. Migrant workers contribute 10% next to that all other states. For example, Tamil Nadu contributes 8%, followed by Uttar Pradesh, and so on and so forth. And if you look, where does the migrant workers take their employment? Majority of them work in an unorganized sector. And you know that in total contribution, the unorganized sector contribute par with the India Inc. corporations. You call it as India Inc. So it is the need of the hour to look back how we treated those migrant laborers or say guest workers during the announcement of the lockdown. You all know that most of the workers, thousands and thousands of workers, they walk to their home. They have crossed hundreds and hundreds of kilometers, carrying all their belongings, and many of them carrying their children. And worst part is that they not only carry their belongings and children, also they have carried insecurities in job, insecurity in income, and insecurity in food. The worst part is that a study organized by Safe Life Foundation reveals that during the period from March 24th to May 30th, in India there was almost 750 crash deaths happen, road crash deaths happen. And the statistics says that among those 750 deaths, 26.4% were the migrant workers who commuted, which is roughly around 200 migrant laborers were faced the road accidents. That is the very worst part. Among them, the Uttar Pradesh records the highest number of deaths, followed by Telangana and followed by Madhya Pradesh. So it is really heart-wrenching to listen these things. This is how we treat them. They contribute more than 10% of the GDP. This is how we, in the sense the nation, treats them. Coming into the next aspect, okay, about the HR aspect I want to talk about. Look into the social security measures the employers give to the guest workers. Okay, they don't have provident fund. Okay, you are aware. They don't have gratuity. Okay, they don't have leave pay, and they, very importantly, they don't have medical benefits also. And what is the poorest part in this is that they were paid less than what is recommended by the government. Okay, they have paid very less, even though they work harder and they work for an extended hours. So if you look into their living condition, it is so appalling. Okay, you cannot describe their living condition in their words. Or else you look into their working condition, they work without any safety equipments. Okay, this is the time to look them with a very, what we can say, with a soft eye. Why does this happen to them? Okay, what is the background behind this? Why no one care about these migrant workers or say guest workers? Say they lack political support. Okay, why they lack political support? As they move from their home state to the host state, they cast their vote very rarely. So the politicians in the home state, they don't worry. What about the local politicians? They don't require their vote. So here they were denied in so many things. And look into the local population, how the local population treats them. Okay, they hate them actually, because they see them as the job stealers. People from some state migrating to other state, they were stealing their jobs. Even under all these circumstances, they swallow the insult, okay, what they have faced, and again they want to come to the host state and they want to get employment over there. It is not to have a very big wealth, just they want to come back just to face their livelihoods, just to settle their bread and butter, which marginally they can earn better than what their home state can provide. So coming to the important area, we know that so many employers in the host states, they have got a call from the migrant workers to pick from them because they don't have any employment over there. And you know, buses have been sent from the host states to the home states of the migrant workers, especially from Tripur and all. Suppose think of a situation if those migrant workers are refused to come back to the host states. What will happen to the Indian economy? You cannot imagine such a situation. Almost India will lose 10% of the GDP contribution. Okay, it is very difficult, or say it is impossible for the India to revive our economy after post-COVID. So it is the toughest thing which we cannot digest if the India is not able to revive, and then you know what is the ranking of our nation, it will come down like anything. So to conclude, what is fair now is that we have to treat all those guest workers in a fair way. We have to respect them because as they deserve it. You understand, they play a very significant part in the nation building exercise. So you cannot omit them in any way. You cannot omit them in any way. You take the case of any other country, they give due respect. The developed nations I am talking about, they give due respect to the guest workers. It is the duty of the host states such as say Maharashtra, Gujarat or the South Indian states, okay, to respect them or to give due respect to them. And also it is the duty of the government to ensure that those guest workers are treated with due respect. Okay, only then that I feel that there is a matching between literacy rate and the civilization, because we claim ourselves as a state which with high literacy. Okay, then if you are not treating them properly, there will be a big gap between the literacy and the civilization. So to conclude like this, as the migrant workers contribute lot and lot to the nation, it is the dire need of our nation to create a strong national policy on guest workers, so as to say migrant laborers. With these small words, I thank all of you for listening to me.